All right, guys, Drew Stoltz. We're out here at the Floridian with Cobra Golf and the PGA Tour Superstore. And as you can see, it's a Florida day. We got some wind, so we're going to talk a few things about what I do when I'm playing in the wind to try to make things easier. So I think the number one thing I see with most people when they play in the wind is trying to do too much. You see a lot of moving in the ball position. I feel like when guys get into the wind, the tendency is to overswing and swing hard. I think tempo all day in the wind and try not to do too much. So like right now, I just have a little wedge. We're gonna go with this green over here. Wind's in and off the right, and instead of trying to hold something up and move it left to right, I just allow the wind to work it. So I'm just gonna move my target probably 5-6 yards to the right here. Ball may be a little bit further back in my stance, but more than anything, I'm just trying to swing smooth. I would like it to launch a little bit lower than I would normally. You can feel this wind, and we'll see how we do. So I just move my aim point a little to the right. Ball maybe a fraction more back than typical. And a little bit of an abbreviated follow through too. It just helps keep the ball down. I think an easy way to remember it is your ball flight matches your follow through. So if you have a big full follow through, typically the ball is going to go up in the air. Whereas if you have a little, kind of abbreviated knockdown, you're going to tend to see the ball pitch a little bit lower. So that right there, launch angle 24, carried 125. We're just trying to hit little wedges here, so we'll hit a couple more and see how those numbers shake out. A little bit behind that one, so that's going to be off to the left, but I gave it some room on the right, so it's still putting. That one launched at 24 as well, flew 130. I'm going to try to get those numbers down just a little bit here. I don't think I need to fly it quite that far, and I'd like to see it launching a little bit lower than that. So we'll see if we can do that. Again, smooth swings, short follow through is what I tend to do, especially when I'm playing into the wind. I like that one. That was nice. See, that just starts right at the target. It's a straight shot. Flew too far, but it was coming straight back to the pin. That one launched at 22, a couple degrees lower, flew 128. Again, when I get this kind of wind, I'm not trying to do too much. It's still golf. We don't need the crazy ball position, different shot shapes. Just try to keep a smooth swing, maybe a little shorter follow through, and I try to play with the wind as much as possible. All right, we just hit a few wedges. Now we're gonna go to something a little bit longer. I have my 2-iron here, which I really, really love in windy conditions. It allows me to hit it low, but I feel like this is a fairway finder. Sometimes with driver, it can get tricky, especially if you're not feeling it that day, trying to play with the wind. When I have this 2-iron out, I feel like I don't have to factor in a whole lot of wind. We got it off the right now, but the way I hit this ball, if it's down low and can get that ball chasing, then the wind becomes less of a factor. So I really love hitting this Cobra 2-iron when it's windy conditions and I just want to keep it in play. So that was a little skinny, but you can see that's a low ball flight. That's still going to be in the fairway. Ball speed in the 140s, carrying in the low 200s, 215. Not getting a ton out of it, but what I'm just trying to do is get it in play here. So another one we'll show you. I don't move the ball position a whole lot. I don't like it back in my stance. It leads to more problems than it does solutions typically. So I just try to keep it more or less the same. Maybe keep that left palm or the back of that left hand facing the ground a little bit longer through impact, and that should flight it down for you and hopefully keep it in the short stuff. I like that one there. That's nice. It's going to hit the ground. It's going to release a bit. Those are kind of the tricks that I use when it's windy off the tee. I go to the 2-iron. If you have another club you like, it could be 3-wood, it could be anything. Main point, just keep the ball in front of you, keep it in the short stuff.